Oh well. Howdy, folks. So you have economics with me, Mr. Weaver, or if you're on the internet watching this for fun, forever. I don't know why you would do that is beyond me, but maybe Prof Weaver is what these are branded under. While I'm not a professor at any university, I can call myself that here because accreditation's all out the window. Anyways, here's a little ditty about me so you can feel more comfortable about me, whether it's in class because you missed the first day of school and you're watching this because I asked you to, or because we're doing a class online and you've never seen me a day in your life except through this monitor that you're seeing me right now. In any case, I was born in this little place called Jacksonville, Florida. I was almost a Florida man. Instead, I was only a Florida boy for all of a few years until I moved up to Huntington, where I was kicking it in old H-Town for a while. It's you look it up on Urban Dictionary. It's a great read, I assure you. Huntington, Indiana. And anyways, I didn't go to Huntington University, even though that was the university in town. I went to Indiana Wesleyan University. You see, my mom, she worked there, which meant that I got free tuition. But you see, guys, I was an idiot in high school, and I didn't do things in high school that I shouldn't have, like try. So all of any scholarships that I may have gotten, they only counted towards tuition. So I still had to pay for room and board. And so by the time I left Indiana Wesleyan, because it was a private school, I'm sure we'll talk about what you should do for your college education towards the end of this class. Not today's class, of course, this class in general. It's a private school, right? So, the room and board was atrociously expensive, so I left with about as much student debt as I would have if I went to a state school. Anyways, try in high school. Of course, if you're in this class, you're probably a senior, so that time's already passed. But try this year, I guess, or if you've been trying, keep trying. Don't fall into senioritis. Okay, so went to college in Indiana Wesleyan. Started off as a bio pre-med major. I don't know how I thought I could, be a person that didn't try in high school and then go be a bio pre-med major. Don't know how that made sense at all. I wanted to be a physical therapist. I was an idiot. I got into my science classes with things like chemistry. I realized that to get through chemistry, I was like right here intellectually, and I would need to be like up here. And my level of willingness to try was down here, and the level of willingness required to try was way up here. So I withdrew from chemistry, finished biology with a D. The other classes I was in, I don't remember, but I must have gotten through them and gotten the credits anyways. But I moved on then to being pre-declared my next semester, figuring out what the heck I wanted to do, work at a summer camp, figured out that I liked working with kids and that I liked history. That was what I always liked in high school, even though, it came naturally to me. I enjoyed the subject. Don't really remember much of my econ years in high school, mainly because, again, I didn't really I showed up, but I wasn't there mentally. But then I got into my econ classes and I loved them. Best class I ever took was American Economic History or Economic American History. One of the two. It was that class. You get what I'm saying. Anyways, took that class. I loved it. It was the best. And I like econ now more than I like history. I'll still teach history. I haven't taught history. I could. I taught it when I student taught. I don't know if that counts. Probably not. I wouldn't count it. But there it is. This past year, I also finished up my MBA, this being 2020. Yeah, I started it, when things were normal, and then COVID hit, and I just did everything from inside. Taught from inside, learned from inside, cleaned from inside. Didn't leave for weeks at a time. It was pretty normal for me, actually, now that I think about it. Just like any other summer. Oh, well. That's enough about me. How do I introduce this next slide? Games. So I'm a nerd, right? Those of you that are watching this via the avenue of Prof Weaver, you know this. I'm on Twitch, which is a gaming platform, which, I don't know, I guess it's a social eating platform now with how many people just get on here and watch YouTube videos. Yeah. Oh, well. So, Halo 3, that's like, whenever I think of like nostalgic game, like I remember my first online game. Well, technically it was like old school RuneScape when it was still RuneScape, right? But I remember the first time, like, taking the Ethernet cord, hooking it into the Xbox, hooking it into the router, and then being able to play Halo with somebody on the internet. My mind was blown. It was so cool. So cool. Playing on Foundry. Oh, man, I miss it. Some other things that I have up here. I have Magic up here. That's actually, outside of my cars, I would wager in a few years, my card will actually depreciate and be less than my Magic collection. I love Magic. Modern is my favorite format. I also like EDH a lot. I've named the Wind up there. That's a series. It's a part of a trilogy that's not finished, like many book series that people enjoy. The third book is still yet to come out after many, many years. But it's the Kingkiller Chronicles. It's super good. I'd recommend it. I have Smash Bros. There. I love Smash Bros. It was my favorite pastime in college. That game alone was able to kick my League of Legends habit. And then, of course, I have a bunch of board games up there because I love board games. Most notably, you can see DC Deck Builder up there in the top. What is that, left? Yeah, I know my directions. In the top left corner. That game is my favorite. It's the best. I love deck builders. And then, on Tabletop Simulator, they have a DC Deck Builder league where people play it competitively. So silly. Anyways, this next slide. How do I introduce this next slide? I don't know. Been spending a lot of time together, with the whole COVID thing, and when I would go to work, I just couldn't wait to get home to see her every day and spend time with her. And I liked I don't know, we've been together for many years now. Yeah, I put a lot of hours in, and we just go on long journeys together and experiences. So this is my computer. Built her myself. It's apple of my eye. I thoroughly enjoy my computer. Again, I'm a nerd in order to play a lot of the games that I play. Halo 3, which was brought to PC recently via the Master Chief Collection. Yeah, this is my computer. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah. So, anyways, let's go ahead and go on. This is my wife. She's pretty cool. So, if you're watching this on Twitch, disregard this, but you're in class, so be respectful, be responsible by now. Again, I teach econ, so you're seniors by now, so you should just make sure to be respectful, be responsible. That's all I care about, right? Everything can fall under these two rules. I didn't bring a pencil. Oh, you're not responsible. Oh, you talk when you're not supposed to be. Oh, don't. Yeah, you're just being not respectful. So how about you do that? All right. That's all I got to say about that. And of course, have your stuff out when focus on me. This, I'm going to tell you like once or twice. Maybe 3 times if you're a cool person and I care about your grade, but if you just keep bringing it out, I'm kind of over it. I'm not gonna lie. You're a senior at this point. Your graduation date's on you. I have people earn their grades, so if you just keep pulling it out, whatever. If it works for you, do you? So as we move in and as we move into tomorrow, don't look this up on the internet. Don't go to what a dictionary is. Don't go to one of those. Okay, but from what you've heard. Maybe it's just been assigned this class. Well, yeah, I know what economics is. Is that place that I go to learn about economics from Weaver? Okay, maybe, sure, but kind of have this in the forefront of your mind. Think about it. What do you think economics is? Because we're going to be talking about this in the first lecture. So, what do you think it is? Just based on your prior knowledge, things you've heard, and we'll talk about it. So, until I see you, I guess I'll see you later. See ya. But not, because we're recording this. Anyways.